This is the $9.99 Lectric Xpress. Comes with torque sensor, 500-watt motor, 10.4 amp hour UL certified battery, and it's next on the channel. Let's go. Alright, bikers, so you were looking at the cheapest e-bike on the market with a torque sensor. That's right, the Lectric Xpress comes in at $9.99 and it features a torque sensor. So you get a more natural riding experience, you get more of a workout. And the fact that this is in a traditional e-bike frame or bike frame means that it's going to appeal to those riders out there that don't want the look of a fat tire. And there are people out there. I have a neighbor, he would never be caught dead on a fat tire e-bike. He has a Gazelle, so he likes that traditional style. And this is for that market. This who this is built for. And this really touches another segment of electric audience, which they haven't been able to go after yet, is that traditional bike rider who doesn't want to look like they're on an e-bike. And the Express here helps satisfy that hunger out there for a type of bike like this. It's a diamond style frame, 27-inch tires, and comes at a price of $9.99. Behind it right there is the Express 750. That's the $12.99 version with a bigger battery and a bigger motor. We'll get to that in a separate video, but I wanted to show them side by side because they're basically the exact same bikes, just with a bigger motor and a bigger battery there. Now there is also a step-through version of this e-bike. I'll put a picture on the screen here for you. And that comes with some different handlebar styles. It's adjustable handlebars and a swept back design. The Express Step-Over comes with more of a flat ride, and so it's a little more of a lean forward type position on there, and that's the big difference over the Step 3 bike. Let's talk about the power and battery of this Lectric Xpress here. By the way, that design, that paint job is really nice. Black with the Sergeant stripes here in gray, and makes the bike just really sharp overall. So a nice job on the paint job, guys. Alright, so we're looking at a 500-watt motor back here. This has 55 newton meters of torque, and it peaks at 1092, so just over 1,000 watts when you're running it. And that's paired with a 10.4 48-volt battery located here on the down tube. This is UL certified 2277, and the whole bike, by the way, is certified UL 2849. So you have peace of mind there, and it's a well-made e-bike all around. Also comes with a 2 amp charger, and that should take that thing from empty to full in about 5 hours or so. All right, let's take a look at the tires and fork of this e-bike. They have a TC80 here. It's Lectric's own design, 80 millimeters of travel, and I think it's their own branding overall. Not that crazy about all the white lettering on here. I would have preferred more of a black fork up front, but no worries. It's actually a sticker here, so you can peel it off if you need to. You're going with 180 millimeter rotors, and of course Zoom hydraulic disc brakes. Here are the tires. These are a brand we haven't seen before. They're 27.5 by 2.1 inch. Okay, rated for a PSI of 65. I believe it says there 65 psi is the max. And a nice street tread here with the reflective stripe on the side for safety. Also, these tires come with slime inside. So slime is just a green substance that goes inside the inner tube. And if you do get a flat on the inner tube, that slime will seal that hole. And it's great for kind of smaller holes, not something big like a piece of glass or a thick nail or something, but peace of mind there with the slime installed. Here's a look at how I fit on the bike. I'm 6 foot tall, so this bike was, in terms of just sizing, was made for me. And I am a little hunched forward here, leaning over the handlebars. My face is straight down here onto the display. The Xpress is on the lighter side, comes in at 57 pounds, so it's pretty lightweight. That should get you more range. We'll talk about that later, but it's 72 inches long, and it's about 43 inches high. Seat post height is about 29 inches. Sorry, the standover height here is 29 inches, and it's much lower on the step-through version, of course. The handlebar width is 26. They're pretty wide, and gives you plenty of comfort and control on the road. On the gearing side, you get a 46-2 chainring right here. That's made to a Shimano Tourney, 7-speed derailleur, 11 to 20 freewheel. And again, this is the torque sensor and also the PWR system, which it's more for an improved pedal experience. It's just some software changes in the sensor itself. Basically regulates speed according to the wattage you're riding at. And the torque sensor will manage power output based on your pedaling effort. So that's why pedaling or torque sensor e-bikes give you more of a real world ride and more exercise as well, and also more efficiency too, because you're putting more effort into the pedals if you want to go fast. Of course, you have lighting on the e-bike. I put a setting on here that makes the lights flash. I'll show you that in a second. But you're also working with a rear tail light, not a brake light, and that flashes there. So let's talk about the settings here on the Lectric Xpress using the new color display they have. There are 3 settings you can change. I recommend changing for the Xpress. So what you're going to do is you're going to hold down the plus and minus button at the same time, and then you are into the what's called the P settings here. So there are about 24 or 5 of these settings here. So I'm going to hit the power button. I'm going to scroll to number 8, and that's where you unlock the e-bike to class 3 speeds. So right now it's at 32. Its top speed is 20 miles an hour, either with pedaling or with throttle. If I bumped it up to 45, I can now get class 3 speeds. I just press the power button, move to the next one, and it is saved there. The next thing is for the lights. That's P12. Change it from 0 to 01. Okay, just use the plus and minus. There's plus and minus there. And that's going to make those lights flash whenever you turn the bike on. During the daytime, that's a great feature to have for safety. So hit that and save it. And then move over to P22. Now what this is going to do, if you move it from 0 to 2, it's going to give you full throttle at any PS level. Normally with the e-bike, when the PS levels are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you don't get the full 20 miles an hour. But if you change that setting, you can get the throttle to 20 miles an hour on PS 1, 2, 3, or 4. So there you go. Here is a look at your cockpit on the Xpress. Of course, you got the nice new display, locking grips here, right side, left side control pad, and here's your right side thumb throttle. Actually, I like this placement here versus the left side, and it's a pretty good implementation of that. As I mentioned, the handlebars are pretty flat, so I bought these. These are a 3-inch rise, and I'll be replacing these, so I want a little bit more of a upright riding position, and these will allow me to do that. So it's probably the biggest negative I have about the bike so far is just that placement, because I like a more upright ride, and I think more older riders will as well. It's just more comfortable, and you're not leaned over like that. Despite only having 2.1 inch wheels, this thing's pretty stable with no hands, as you can see here. So it's got a nice control to it and a nice balance as you ride it here. Now, the new throttle setup, it's nice and quick too. In fact, the front wheel lifts up a little bit when you do that. Crossing the street there, very fast. So let's talk about range. So Lectric listed as 45 miles of range on the lowest setting, PS1. And I would say it's pretty spot on. So I did a test. I did my own test. I ride in PS3, which is right here. And I got about 33 miles on that in real world conditions. So up and down hills, streets like this here, inclines, declines, coasting, tiny bit of throttle, you know, at stops. And I got about 33 miles. So that's a pretty respectable amount for a 33 or a 10.4 amp hour e-bike with battery. And for $9.99, that's a pretty good result as well. Let's go do a hill test, speed test, and check out the brakes on this thing. All right, so we're in PS1 here. We'll just test out these speed levels here. And again, it's a torque sensor e-bike, so it's not going to go too fast unless you put effort into it. So I'm doing 10 miles an hour right now with almost no effort, you know, a little bit of effort. I'd say 20% effort. PS2. Oh, bunch of geese over here. Don't attack me. PS2 we're doing like 11.7, 11.8. PS3, you know, 250 watts, you know, 206 watts. So it's pretty energy efficient there. We're doing like 13.7 here in PS3. Again, just minimum pedaling. PS4. There's now we pick it up here. PS4 really picks up. We're almost at 17. PS5. Let's do a speed test here. Kick it at the 7th gear. 22, 23, 24, 25. Got a stop sign ahead. 26. We'll try different streets and do that speed test again. Speed test, PS5, here we go. I'm gonna basically crank my legs here. Here we go. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28.1, 0.2. I got 0.3, 28.3. And that would have been harder on like a XP3, I think. That was a good run there. These brakes are really good too. 57-pound e-bike. It's a nice implementation of this, you know. Again, road e-bikers are going to love this bike because there is a stigma attached to like fat tire e-bikes with a lot of folks out there. So a bike like this is the Toyota Corolla of e-bikes, right? It's kind of a common e-bike transportation type of vehicle. And I think Lectric really knocked it out of the park with this one. For $9.99, I mean, at the same price as the XPs, this should become one of their top sellers over time. So, all right, let's do a hill test. Actually, let's do a throttle-only hill test, and then we'll do a pedal hill test to start. Good pickup off the line there. 14 miles an hour and change. The motor's chugging along there. It's pretty quiet as well. You can barely hear that thing. The 750 is a little bit noisier if you ask me so far, just from riding it in my first week here, but all right, we're gaining speed here, 15 miles an hour. As you level out slightly, it's about 10% grade up here after this white mailbox. We're at 16 miles an hour, 16.5. Here we go. Now here's the steeper part. Starting to lose speed. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. We're going to crest the run 9. Yep, 9.0. Throttle only. All right. Let's go do that again and try with pedal. All right, here we go. Pedal test. PS5, I'm in 5th gear right now. Dropped up to 4th. Yeah, I'm putting minimal effort in right now. Sometimes with torque sensor e-bikes, they don't do well on hills. So far, so good. The real test will be up here. 13 miles an hour. I think the throttle was a little bit faster at this point. Still around 13 change. We're peaking at 600, 700 watts here. I saw an 800 there for a second. 842. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can keep it to at least 10 or above with pedaling. Again, a minimal effort here. Say I'm pedaling about 40% of my power. Yeah, 12, 9. Oh yeah, it's easily gonna hit. It's gonna crest at 11. Very nice results from a 500 watt motor. It didn't even, I don't think it even reached peak wattage there. It was like 892 maybe I saw. But wow, that's a really good result from a torque sensor e-bike. I tried a lot of torque sensor e-bikes on that hill, and I've never really liked any of them as far as just getting up the hills. So excellent job on the motor, guys. And $9.99, that's a really good value and result for the Lectric Xpress here. Let's do a downhill run, coast down, and test the brakes at the end. All right, put it in 0. Hold on those brakes. Here we go. I feel very confident on the bike so far. Nothing rattles, nothing shakes, no noises. So pretty impressed so far. Here we go. 26. Tap those brakes a little bit. There we go, around the corner. 27, 28, 29. There's 30. Hit 30 again over here. There we go, 30, 31, 32 almost. Hit the brakes. All right, nice controlled stop there. That took probably like 30 feet there to stop, but I was doing 31, 32 down the hill there, so. All right, let's go wrap this up, get you my likes and dislikes, and close it out for the Express. This front fork is nice and bouncy. I love to travel on it. There's some like divots in here in this parking lot. Here's one right here. Boom. Took that very well overall. So let's park this thing and talk about it. So first of all, this bike comes kind of stripped down. There's no fenders, no rack, but you can't buy that stuff. I think they wanted to keep the weight down. And at 57 pounds, it's a pretty nice bike. And for most people, this is all you need. If you just something simple, a simple beach cruiser, you know, trail cruiser, neighborhood cruiser, this is the perfect e-bike. I mean, for $9.99, you can't get what you get with this Lectric Xpress from anybody else that I've seen so far. There might be some cheap Chinese brands out there with something, but you know, I would never buy that over this, of course. Lectric is a name brand. It's the #1 brand in the market, and it's a great company as well. I trust them with every e-bike I ride, and I think every consumer should as well. Again, the only negative I have on this thing is the step over has these flat handlebars. I like a bigger rise on there. I'm going to swap that out on my own. But the step through has a really nice adjustable stem and swept back handlebars for a much more comfortable ride. So if that is more of your interest and you want that step through design, it's easy on, easy off, get that. Throw another picture on the screen there. But the Lectric Xpress for $9.99 or $12.99 for the 750 watt version it's a home run in my opinion, and they did a great job with this e-bike, and looking forward to doing some more riding with it. I'll do the 750 next as far as reviews go, and thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next Crisscrossed. I'm out.